Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. And I'm leaving Knoxville, Tennessee, and I'm headed back to Memphis. The client that I had there, he has taken a lot of the stuff that he wants me to bless and get rid of the negative energy off of the items that were in the barn. So I'm going back to do that, and that'll be my last client here in Tennessee, and I'll be moving on to North Carolina. So let's just pray for me and wish me the best, and let's dig into our topic for today. So I have a requested topic that I'm going to do a part 2 on. I did the first part on TikTok, and I wanted to come and save the best for last, and you know how I like to do. So what we're having here is the client, the requested person, Mr. Moore from Griffin, Georgia, had requested that I talk to him about sacrifices on his second request. So I did both. I did the first request, and now I'm doing the second part, and this is the part 2 of his request. So when you have been sacrificed, and I'm gonna tell you that it is possible for you to be sacrificed by both sides of your family. So what I mean by that is, one side of your family, let's say that your mother's side, has sacrificed you. Let's say that they're in a cult. And then let's say that you don't even know that your father's side that well. Okay, so once you take your power back, once you find out where that negative energy is coming from in your family, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have on both sides that either you have a person that has tried to sacrifice one of your parents in that family unit, or both sides of your family have tried to sacrifice you. They know that you're the chosen one. They know that you or one of your parents carry the light, or both of your parents carry the light. So a lot of time when you're having your whole entire family from both sides sacrifice the chosen one, then that's going to look like that they don't want that person to speak. That person will be kept in silence. They want to make sure that that person doesn't say anything to anyone, because then they're able to tell other people about what's going on in the family unit. They're able to tell other people what they are doing. And many times when the chosen one has been sacrificed by both sides of the parents, on both sides, then that means that they are trying to manipulate the chosen one's energy so that they can become rich, they can become famous, they can become powerful in whatever field they want to become. And then if that's not the case, then they are either witches or warlocks, and they're trying to get power from whatever deities that they can that can make them rich and powerful in that area. Also, you will have people who will pass on this energy. They will pass this energy into the family, to the next person after the head narcissist, the top narcissist has passed on, and they're no longer with the family unit. Then they will pass that energy on to the next person that they want to siphon your energy, to destiny swap with you. And the only way that you can get that energy back is to make sure that you're calling your power back. And there are specific ways when you call your power back. So I've had, I guess I would say I had to call my power back from my family at a very early age. And like I said on my earlier videos, when I found out that they were siphoning my energy from one side of my family And once I call my power back, then all of those who have been sharing in that energy, all of those who have been trying to steal my star, all of those who have been stealing, the light, they were one by one unalive, year after year after year. And then the other ones, their children who had been involved in that destiny swap, involved in that sacrifice with their parents, they started to become sick, and they started to lose limbs. They started to basically understand that energy did not belong to them, that they were living off of. They started to really become ill. You can see their hair falling out. You can see that they no longer look like the persons that they used to look like. You can see that they were physically sick. So these are some of the things that will happen. Now, when you have, both sides of your family trying to sacrifice one person, then that's going to look like that you don't have anything. You won't have anything. You'll be living in lack. You'll be living poor. You'll be living scarcity. And once you figured out that, okay, you're this side of the family, okay, we know what they were doing. Okay, so now you want to go and see what's going on the other side of the family. Once you figure out that they have been siphoning your energy, they have been siphoning your family's energy, or they have been siphoning or a destiny swap with one of your parents, the parent that's from that side. Once you figure that out, then you're going to take your power back from them as well, and you're going to take your power back, in a way that it's going to, really hurt. It's going to really hurt when you take that power back from them. They're going to really be in peril when you take that power back from them, because, unlike one side that it's just with one generation, you got multiple generations on another side that, maybe started with your parents and your grandparents. And now you have to figure out who's the head narcissist who has your energy, who has your parents' energy, who has been causing the lack and scarcity on your family, on this side of the family. And once you reclaim that energy, then you're going to see those persons ultimately, whatever they had planned for you, whatever they had planned for your family, is going to go back to them. And it's going to hit them like a ton of bricks. So you're going to be able to see that a lot of these people who have been at this for generations is going to be unalive. They're going to unalive themselves by trying to do negative energy. You cannot take somebody's power. You cannot take somebody's soul and siphon their soul without their permission. And so I gave that example on TikTok. Esau had to give Jacob his permission to take his birthright over some food. He wanted some food. So, you have to have permission. It's illegal in the spiritual realm to just take someone's birthright and just offer it up because you want gifts and power, and you can just siphon anybody. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So ultimately, those people who you found out on the other side of your family, who have been siphoning, your parents' energy, and have been ultimately siphoning the energy and destiny swap with one of your parents, then that's going to mean that once you take that power back from those persons, then again, the negative that they've sent out has to go back to them. It has to go back to, their body. However they send it out, that's how it's going to go back. And we have to be ready for, however it goes back to them. You must keep your distance from them. You must leave them alone. Whatever they say, however they try to suck you back in, you must not go back. You must not look back. because they're only trying to suck you in to siphon in your energy. You know, when you find out that the people who were closest to you on both sides of your family has been responsible for siphoning your energy, destiny swaps with your parents, and causing the struggle and strife in your family, and they're not able to take that kind of, you know, return to sender when it returns back to them how they were supposed to be in the first place, how their energy had been manipulated for, you know, all good things off of the chosen one. So that has to go back to the narcissist and the top toxic person, the demonic person. And whoever took that energy, whoever siphoned that energy, whoever was living off of that energy, it ultimately has to return to sender in whatever way, it was sent out. If it was sent out in, you know, an unaligned way, if it was sent out in a destitute way, if it was sent out in, you know, I want, you know, your energy to live off your whole family, then it has to go back throughout that family, and that energy has to be returned to the rightful owners. So these are some of the things that will happen when, you know, you find out that, you know, your entire family had tried to sacrifice you as the chosen one. They had been sacrificing you as a child. They had been swapping destinies with your parents. They had been using that energy, you know, to cause hardship and, you know, lack mentality, disaster, disease upon a certain family, while other families were living good and well, and everything that you desired would happen to that family who had siphoned that energy. And now that energy has been shifted to where it's coming back the way that it was supposed to be, with the persons who were supposed to benefit off of that. Once you call your power back, you have to know how to call your power back. You have to know how to call your power back, because without calling your power back, then that person will ultimately become obsessed with you and keep attacking you. You know, and every time that your energy is attacked, they have no idea that that is a strike up on them. This also works well when you have been destiny swapped by, you know, the entity through slavery, through your slave master and the colonists. So again, I did a post earlier about the strawberry blood moon. And that's to send negative energy back to those type of people. You can also use that strawberry blood moon or any blood moon to take your power back. So if you want to know more about these things and how to take your power back from either side of your family or both sides of your family, you can reach out to me. I'm High Oracle. You can donate to my channel. Please request a topic from me. You can reach me in the description below. I'm High Oracle, Reiki spiritual healer. Assalamu alaikum.